If you don't know who I am, I'm KingGeorge. I won the very first Rainbow Six Invitational. I'm level 712 and champion. Got about 17,000 hours in this game. So making a tier list for defenders. Let me know if you disagree. All right. Mute. I might move these around as well. But I'm just kind of tossing them about for the time being. So don't judge where I'm placing them for now. Okay? I'm just getting them on the board. We're just getting them on the board. Remember, chat. So like nothing like crazy yet. Okay. Thorn. Capcan. Honestly, I probably put him still like at. Is okay. Did I miss any defenders? Let me double check. Make sure we're all on the board here. Cade. Alright, I didn't miss anybody, right? There's no defenders that I missed out on here, right? Obviously, I wouldn't give Rook S tier. I'd honestly probably, as much as it saddens me, I'd throw him in D tier. Honestly, the S tiers that I put, I'm pretty happy with these. Wait, Tabaro's not on here. The fuck? There's no this says it was updated. There's no fucking Tabaro. I just thought about it. Whatever. I'll just put Tabaro as like, I don't know. I'd probably put him in A tier, realistically. Honestly, now the way they changed his ability, I'd probably like A or B. Let me just double check this list. I'm honestly not that mad with this list as it is. I would honestly move Echo up a bit, yeah. I would honestly give Echo like, yeah, probably like an A tier, dude. He's honestly pretty fucking good. Thunderbird, probably like a B. Well, Maya's S tier. I think with the nade nerf, you really don't need like Omen or Jaeger anymore. I don't think that they're like round winning operators and their guns are like not that great. Fenrir's not on here either. I just noticed that. This fucking chart sucks, bro. Like, what is this shit? Okay. Updated. Did I miss anything, by the way? Okay, I added Fenrir as S tier, and I put Tabaro at, like, B. I don't know, though. Like, he definitely could be, like, an A tier, potentially. I'm gonna still put him at B. Fuck it, I don't care. I'm putting him at a B. I did Mozzie dirty? Motherfucker, I'm putting Mozzie down here just because he's Australian. How about that shit? No. I would say he's like a B tier. I can't see Mozzie being any higher than this, dude. Like, Smoke is A? I don't think so anymore. No, they took his shield away. I would not put him at an A tier anymore. I would definitely not put him at an A tier. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this list is actually fucking pretty good, dude. I feel like this list is actually not bad. Why is Thorn so low? I mean, she should probably be a C tier. I would agree with that. I mean, I'm just trying to put stuff in like certain tiers, basically. I would honestly move Malusi to C tier. Yeah, that's one that I could change. I feel like Wamai is better than Jaeger, but like Jaeger is still good. Like he's not, Mute should be S tier. I would honestly maybe agree with that one. He's pretty fucking good. I was debating on that one. Vigil D, Goyo C. No. Goyo is like, I don't know, yeah. I mean, he could be maybe. He does like deny for like quite a while. Honestly, I'm gonna put Oryx in D tier. He's really fucking dog shit outside of like, I'm gonna put him in E tier actually. I'm putting him in fucking E tier, bro. Cav is gonna sit at the very bottom. She's the only one that gets F tier. She's the most dog shit operator in the game. Literally exclusively like played by like baiters who are super dog shit. I would say the literal best operator on defense, in my opinion, where she's good in every situation, is a Rooney. I would probably literally put Bandit like second. I'm gonna put them in order as well as how good I think they are, like individually. I'd actually probably put Solus, maybe like Fenrir, Zami, probably something like around this, maybe. Yeah, I don't know, something like that. I'd probably put Echo at the top here. Maybe then like Mira. Kate is pretty good. Big Wamai. Pulse. I'll probably put Jaeger at the end, almost being B tier. Let's see. I'd put Tub like he's borderline A, so we'll go there. This Ella's borderline C tier. Probably go like that or something. Flash borderline D tier, but I put Malusi in the front, then Goyo. Yeah, it's probably pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, I'm honestly pretty happy with this list overall. Maestro is good, bro. Yeah, like people got to stop hating on Maestro. He's actually kind of crazy now. I still think Capcan is S tier. If they took his C4 away, he'd for sure be an A tier operator at that point. But he has a good gun, C4 2 speed. Yeah. I think Tachanka is better than Thorn. I do. He is a 2 speed with a 2x with a gun that has no recoil and a fire launcher. And he has a bearing 9 as a secondary. I absolutely think he's better. But yeah, I think this is pretty good. Look, I have justifications for all of these. Aruni, universally good on any site in the game. DMR, one of the few operators with barbed wire left. Solus, hunts drones, P90, impact grenades to like roam around. She's probably the best roamer, and she has SMG 11. Fenrir, 5 traps, 3 of them can be active on denial. He has barb. He has an MP7. Okay, Zami. All the architect Andys know what I'm talking about. Okay, you can make one ways. You can block doors, block ace holes. You get the idea, right? Bandit, really good. MP7, 3 speed, C4, or barb, right? But the biggest thing is now that they've slowed down the way ace charges work, you could easily bandit trick an ace charge, especially if you leave Thatcher up. It's super easy. Great fragging operator. Mute, good if there's a Thatcher ban. You could deny, up to 8 walls technically for 4 sets of 2. Shotgun to make rotates. SMG 11, C4, can't go wrong. Valkyrie, 3 cameras that give a boatload of information. For MPX has no recoil. She has C4, Desert Eagle. Legion, I honestly put Legion ahead of Valk. Legion is crazy. He gets like, 7, 8 traps now that are not electric, so they can't be detected really. You can kind of hide them in corners, on doorways. You get a secondary shotgun. He has a gun that has 0 recoil. Basically, he's everything that is just 10 times better than Oryx, who is literally useless unless they have a Montaigne. I'll return to that. I mean, I guess not completely. We'll touch on that later. Valkyrie, like I said, the info. Capcan, 5 traps, C4, gun with no recoil. I mean, obviously pretty good. It's hard to see the traps. It slows down attackers. Echo, one of the few operators left with a deployable shield that's actually not terrible. Okay. He has a great gun. It's an MP5, but it's silenced, and it does the same damage and fire rate and everything. He has a deployable shield. He has a bearing 9 for a secondary. 2 drones that can concuss people, give information. Super, 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 super useful. Mira, I would put her in S tier before, but I'm moving her down to A tier now. I do play her a lot. The reason I like her is she still has C4. She still has she has a shotgun to make rotates and stuff. Her gun has like a 1200 fire rate. It's crazy, and it has pretty much no recoil. And the mirror windows are still really good. I mean, I get it that people can ash them, or they can, Cali lance them or whatever else, right? But they're still really good. Like, most people don't do that, generally speaking. Plus you could put a Wamai there or whatever too, or have somebody play across from you, whatever it is, right? And like, she's still pretty good. I mean, people very rarely ash charge my Miras. I'd say probably 10% of the time max, Cade, really good. Only operator in the game that can deny hatches. If there's a Thatcher ban, this is obviously really important. Shotgun's crazy strong, still has C4. Wamai, basically a better version of Jaeger because his guns are better. You can hide the Wamai disc like pretty much in the middle of nowhere, but Jaeger is different, so useful. I'm putting them on the same level. I think they're both pretty much the same. But I think both of them can no longer be an S tier because frag grenades don't like. If you didn't have a Jaeger or Wamai before, you were screwed because people could just throw a grenade and blow you up. Whereas now you could just walk away because you can't cook grenades. That's why I'm moving them down to A tier. They might even be kind of more of a. I mean, they're still good, but I don't know. Could be like more of a B tier, but they're good for protecting deployables and stuff. Okay, Pulse literally gives wall hacks. Just has a terrible gun. That's like the downside, I guess. But good, especially on like certain sites and stuff like that. Super strong. Frost, still has a deployable shield. Good gun. Secondary shotgun. 3 traps under the windows and stuff like that in the right spots are super strong. Force people to look for them, shoot them when they jump in the window. Maestro used to be kind of terrible, but he's actually really good now, okay? The shotgun got buffed. It's decent. Wouldn't really pick it, but it's there. The LMG, still nuts. No recoil. Great gun. Only thing that sucks is the long reload time, but it's fast, low recoil, high fire rate, all that kind of stuff. He has a secondary shotgun pistol that makes some rotates, and he gets three Maestro cams now, okay? Plus barbed wire. One of the operators with barbed wire. I think he's really good. I'd have put him probably a B or a C tier before, but he gets the extra camera. He's good. I think I'd probably put him B tier, but now I think he's more A because he has the extra bubble. Jaeger, depending on the situation, is better than Wamai. I like Wamai more because the MP5 has a 1.5 sight, but Jaeger, I still think is really good too, right? Especially for certain situations, especially because they replenish. Having them in combination sometimes can be pretty good too. Blue, for example, can be good if you're trying to protect a deployable shield in the corner, stuff like that. So yeah, I think he's good. But the nice thing about Wamai is, you could basically hide them outside for ace charges or throw them on the tops of doorways, right? I don't know. I think he's better overall, in my opinion. Just also more better firepower. So, in my opinion, 1.5 sight. Tub, I would say Tub was S tier before, but now that you can't do the little bandit Cade trick thing anymore, and he's not really as resistant to Maverick, I'd put him at a B tier. I think I put him in the front because he's borderline A tier, but he's a good operator. Slow down the breach, stuff like that. You could still set up the trick, right? So that you could still trick the wall. I know it's not the same, but if you're halfway putting it down, you could still do it. Plus, he has good guns, DMR, and an MPX. Smoke used to be an S tier, lost his shield. Not as good. Basically a worse mute nowadays, right? If he still had a shield, I'd say S, but no. SMG-11 shotgun, though, still very strong. Smoke grenade still good for denial on certain sites. Castle, honestly, really good. I'm going to put him in front of Smoke, frankly. 4 castle barricades. They take 9 hits a pop. Only thing that really sucks is his what's it called? His ump is actually terrible, right? But he does have a secondary shotgun for rotates, which is cool. Doc, I mean, you could heal people, pick people that are downed. Gun's good. Secondary shotgun, can't really beat it. Super strong op, right? Alibi, I'm pretty sure I shoot every single Prisma that exists, but you get 3 of them. Shotgun pistol, really good gun, 3 speed. She's a good operator. She is. She's a good fragging operator, a good roamer, stuff like that. Mozzie can deny drones, right? Up to 3. You can steal drones, place them around. Crazy good gun with the Roni, right? I don't know why people hate Thunderbird so much. I think she's really good. Placing your Thunderbirds in sight, especially if, take some gunfights, take some damage, come back to sight, heal up. You could heal up the whole team multiple times and stuff. It's nice. Ella, bit more situational. She's borderline C tier for me. But I think she's really good on certain sites still because she has shield or barbed wire, and she could put her 3 elements to give information, deny certain areas, and the effect is really strong. Her shotgun's still pretty decent. But I mean, I actually like her primary. I like her SMG. It's pretty good. I don't know. I have bias. I play her a lot, but Malusi still good. MP5, 3 points of denial. Goyo, honestly, he's kind of more of a B tier. It's pretty situational, but certain spots where you place a bunch of them around in bank, for example. I mean, they each last a long time. I don't know, what is it now? 20 seconds or something, or 30 seconds they each last. That's a long time. I actually don't like the 1.5 sight on his gun, but I do like the shoddy that he has, or I'll use a 1x. Yeah, basically he's the bank basement player. I'd put him like borderline B tier. I'm still giving him C tier because it's mostly just teammates running into the fire. That makes me mad. Or like it gets used against you, or like they like shoot it and you're like kind of trapped. I don't know. He could be like kind of annoying too. That's why I'm still placing him C. Tachanka, people underrate Tachanka, honestly. I'd almost move him to a B tier, but like it's weird. His launcher is like clunky. I think that's the problem with him. The reload time is slow. Shooting them is weird. You have to pull out like the secondary launcher, but he is good. He could deny it like for a really long time, but the area of denial is not really that big. So like when someone's shooting Tachanka launchers at me, I just run through it. Hence why I'm putting him at C tier. But he does have a crazy LMG for a primary. His secondary is one of the only, I think he's the only 2x 2 armor in the game besides like Goyo shotgun. So like super strong. He has a bearing 9 secondary, deployable shield. I mean, he's pretty good. Like he's still pretty good. I think if his launcher wasn't as clunky, I'd probably put him as a solid like A tier even maybe, but the launcher is so clunky. But yeah, still a good operator though. I think every operator can be used situationally. Thorn, really good gun. That's pretty much her ability. I mean, her traps are okay, but that's mainly the reason I'd play her. I play her for the gun, right? And like traps are all right. Sometimes you can get people. Flash, probably the most annoying operator in the entire game. I'm putting her at C tier, partially because, like, mostly because people don't really use her correctly. When she's used correctly, she's like a literal S tier operator. But I would say the vast majority of people use her incorrectly and just kind of like walk around zapping people. But if you're playing off her correctly with a teammate, she could be S. I'm putting her at C because I feel like the way that people actually like use her. Okay. Rook, it fucking pains me to do this. I love you, but you're D tier operator. The only benefit he has is that he has a 2x on the MP5. He's basically just a worse doc in like every single way. I mean, unless you're just going to go spawn peek and die, like at least your team has armor, I guess, in that case. And he can pick people up. So, that's why I put him. Vigil, I mean, both of these could easily be C tier. I'm not saying they can't be. I don't know. I needed something to put in D tier. That's why they're here. They're like borderline. But Vigil, like his gun got nerfed really hard. I mean, the SMG-12 is still a good secondary, I guess. At least at close range. But his ability for roaming is like, I'd probably rather take like Mozzie or like Legion at this point, or Valkyrie, or like there's Fenrir, like, you know, Solus. There's a lot of better operators. People play Warden all the time for the MPX or the 1.5 sight, but he's actually a horrific operator. The only time that Warden is actually useful is if they're smoke planning or if they're like Ying rushing and stuff like that. I hate people who play Warden, so you get E tier, okay? Oryx players kind of fall in the same category. He's really only good against like Monty. I get it. He has a shotgun pistol still, but look at, he has the same gun as Legion, right? Primary, okay? But Legion has a better secondary shotgun than Oryx, okay? Legion has like 8 traps now that you can put around the map, right, and stuff. You know, and impact grenades and stuff. The only benefit of Oryx is like he could climb up the hatches, so he's very like situational, I'd say. Or if you're just like running away where you need to like run super fast, I just don't see the purpose of him over Legion. That's all, pretty much. Unless it's very specific shields or flanks that you're doing, or like running against stuff, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. Stuff like that, you know. And finally, F tier, Caveira. Okay, Caveira is useful in literally 2 situations ever. They're running a jackal, or if you know somebody is solo entering on like the opposite side of the map. Okay, 9 times out of 10 that people play Caveira, they bait their brains out. Their entire team dies. They bring no utility, or they roam and just die while doing nothing. Okay, when it works, it's good. When she can actually get off an interrogation, but it's pretty like miss more than hit, I would say. Her guns blow. Actually, her shotgun's way better now. Speaking of which, I'd also say that for Thunderbird. Her shotgun's pretty good, and she has a bearing 9. You can actually use her that way now. But I'd rather take Thunderbird, because my whole team could heal up with that shotgun. And you have the shotgun, and you have a bearing 9, comparatively to you'd have a cav pistol and a shotgun. So I had to put something in F tier, and I hate getting baited by cav players, so here we are. Defender playlist done. I yacked a lot, but I don't know. I feel like I have pretty decent justification for all the different operators and like why I placed them there. So let me know what you guys think. in chat, or if you're on, if this is on YouTube, if you're in the comments and stuff. If you disagree with me, agree, whatever it might be.